tonight we want to turn to a grim milestone in the pandemic. The U.S. death toll from COVID-19 is hitting 900,000, less than 2 months after eclipsing 800,000. The number of American deaths now more than the populations of San Francisco, Indianapolis, or Charlotte. NewsNation correspondent Tom Negevin joining us live from Manhattan tonight to elaborate. And Tom, what are health officials saying about where we are in the fight against COVID-19?
Well, certainly not where they hoped we'd be, Rudabeh, when we began the most massive mass vaccination program ever undertaken. But many health experts also still believe we're about to make a quick turn from pandemic to endemic, at which point we learn to live with this. At hospitals around the country, doctors and nurses are still running low on ICU beds, but hopeful.
Obviously, at this point, we're just trying to get over the current surge.
A surge fueled by the Omicron variant. 13 months into a vaccination program many believed was the beginning of the end of the COVID pandemic.
We know that across the United States and here locally, the hospitalizations are going down.
But while cases and hospitalizations in the U.S. are going down, deaths are still going up. In fact, more than 2,400 Americans are dying from COVID every day, up 30% in the last 2 weeks. President Biden, in a late evening Friday press release, calling the death toll another tragic milestone, 900,000 American lives lost to COVID-19, urging all Americans to get vaccinated. Get your kids vaccinated. The administration has already purchased over 20 million doses of COVID medications Paxlovid and Molnupiravir. There are plans to scale up production, but the bulk of those doses aren't expected until spring or summer. And that's forcing medical staff to make difficult choices, deciding which patients get priority.
Out of the whole 2 years, that's the most demoralizing part of it. I think as nurses, physicians, the last thing we ever want to do is to ration care.
An extraordinarily difficult situation there daily. And just to put that number, Rudabeh, 900,000 deaths into a bit more perspective, it was 500,000 or thereabouts around this date last year. Rudabeh, the U.S. continues to maintain the highest death toll of any nation on earth.
Tom Negevin for us. Thank you. And right now, we are following news.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.